Today, I'm going to show you how to make 3 delicious and festive Christmas desserts with just 5 ingredients each. These are perfect for beginners or experienced cooks looking for quick and easy holiday treats. We're talking minimal effort, maximum deliciousness, and just the right touch of holiday magic. So, if you're ready to impress your friends and family without spending hours in the kitchen, you've come to the right place. Each recipe is so simple, you'll be amazed at how quickly you can whip them up. Plus, with only 5 ingredients each, you won't have to break the bank or spend forever searching for obscure ingredients. So grab your aprons, gather your ingredients, and let's get baking some holiday cheer. Let's start with our chocolate peppermint mousse. This dessert is so light, fluffy, and refreshing, it's the perfect ending to a rich holiday meal. First, take 6 ounces of chopped chocolate and melt it in the microwave or a double boiler. Microwave in 20-second intervals, stirring in between until it's smooth. Set it aside to cool slightly. In a separate bowl, pour 1 cup of heavy cream and add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, using your electric mixer, or a whisk if you're feeling strong, whip the cream until stiff peaks form. You'll know it's ready when you lift the mixer and the cream stands up straight. Don't over-whip though, or you'll end up with butter. Next, gently fold in your melted chocolate. I like to use semi-sweet chocolate for a balanced flavor, but you can use milk chocolate or dark chocolate depending on your preference. Make sure the chocolate is cooled slightly so it doesn't melt the whipped cream. Now for the peppermint. Add 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract to the mixture, and add more to taste as you go until you reach your desired level of pepperminty goodness. Remember, a little goes a long way. For added peppermint flavor, gently fold in crushed peppermint candies. This adds a nice crunch. I like to use candy canes, but you can use any peppermint candies you like. Divide the mousse into individual serving dishes. Small glasses, ramekins, or even teacups work perfectly. Cover and chill in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours or until set. While the mousse is chilling, let's talk about some variations. You can add a dollop of whipped cream on top before serving, or sprinkle with some extra crushed peppermint candies. A drizzle of chocolate sauce would also be delicious. If you don't have peppermint extract, you can use peppermint oil instead. Just be sure to use food-grade peppermint oil and use it sparingly, as it's much more concentrated than extract. For a vegan version, you can use coconut cream instead of heavy cream. Just make sure to chill the can of coconut cream overnight and use only the thick, solidified cream from the top. You can also make this mousse ahead of time and keep it in the refrigerator for up to 2 days. This makes it a great option for holiday parties or potlucks. If you're short on time, you can skip the chilling step and serve the mousse immediately. It won't be quite as set, but it will still be delicious. For a fun presentation, you can layer the mousse with crushed cookies or brownies. This adds another layer of flavor and texture. You can also use different types of chocolate for the mousse. White chocolate peppermint mousse is a delicious and festive option. If you don't have individual serving dishes, you can serve the mousse in a large bowl or trifle dish. For a more intense peppermint flavor, you can add a few drops of peppermint oil to the melted chocolate before folding it into the whipped cream. You can also add a pinch of salt to the mousse to enhance the flavors. Finally, don't be afraid to get creative with your toppings. Sprinkles, chocolate shavings, or even fresh berries would all be delicious additions. Now let's dive into our second festive treat, gingerbread fudge. This fudge is incredibly rich, decadent, and packed with warm gingerbread spices. It's the perfect treat to cozy up with on a cold winter night. First, grab a large saucepan and combine 3 cups of white chocolate chips, 1 can of condensed milk, and 1 tablespoon of butter. These 3 ingredients form the base of our fudge. Place the saucepan over low heat and stir constantly until the chocolate chips and butter are melted and the mixture is smooth. Low and slow is key here. We don't want the chocolate to scorch. Once the mixture is smooth, remove it from the heat and stir in 1 tablespoon of molasses and 1½ teaspoons of gingerbread spice. I like to use a pre-made gingerbread spice blend, but you can also make your own by combining ground ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. Now pour the fudge mixture into a greased 8x8-inch baking dish. Make sure the dish is lined with parchment paper for easy removal later. Spread the fudge evenly in the dish and smooth the top with a spatula. You want a nice, even layer of fudge. Cover the dish and refrigerate for at least 2 hours or until firm. The longer you chill it, the firmer it will become. Once the fudge is firm, remove it from the dish and cut it into squares. You can use a sharp knife or a cookie cutter for fun shapes. Now let's talk about some variations. You can add chopped nuts, dried cranberries, or even candied ginger to the fudge for extra texture and flavor. For a vegan version, you can use vegan white chocolate chips and condensed milk. You can also make this fudge ahead of time and store it in the refrigerator for up to a week. This makes it a great option for holiday gifting. If you're short on time, you can freeze the fudge for about 30 minutes to firm it up quickly. For a fun presentation, you can drizzle melted chocolate over the top of the fudge or sprinkle with festive sprinkles. You can also use different types of chocolate for the fudge. Milk chocolate or dark chocolate would both be delicious. If you don't have an 8 by 8 inch baking dish, you can use a smaller or larger dish, but you may need to adjust the chilling time accordingly. You can also add a pinch of salt to the fudge to enhance the flavors. Finally, don't be afraid to get creative with your toppings. Crushed candy canes, chopped pecans, or even a drizzle of caramel and a sprinkle of sea salt would all be delicious additions. And now for our final festive treat, Sugar Cookie Truffles. These adorable bite-sized treats are perfect for gifting or enjoying by the handful. These are great for using leftover sugar cookies, and they're fun to decorate. They're so easy to make you won't believe it. First, crush 12 sugar cookies into fine crumbs. You can use a food processor or place the cookies in a zip-top bag and crush them with a rolling pin. Next, combine the cookie crumbs with 4 ounces of cream cheese and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract in a bowl. Combine them until a soft dough forms. Roll the dough into small balls about 1 inch in diameter. Place the balls on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Pop them in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes so they firm up. While they are in the freezer, melt your white chocolate chips. You can use a microwave or a double boiler. Microwave in 20-second intervals, stirring in between until it's smooth. Dip each truffle into the melted white chocolate, ensuring it's fully coated. Place the dipped truffles back on the baking sheet. Sprinkle the truffles with festive sprinkles while the chocolate is still wet. This adds a touch of holiday magic. Refrigerate the truffles for at least 30 minutes, or until the chocolate is set. This will help them hold their shape. Now, let's talk about variations. You can use different types of cookies for the truffles, such as chocolate chip cookies or gingerbread cookies. You can also use different types of chocolate for dipping, such as milk chocolate or dark chocolate. If you don't have sprinkles, you can drizzle melted chocolate over the truffles or roll them in crushed nuts or candies. For a vegan version, you can use vegan cream cheese and white chocolate chips. You can also make these truffles ahead of time and store them in the refrigerator for up to a week. This makes them a great option for holiday parties. If you're short on time, you can freeze the truffles for about 15 minutes to set the chocolate quickly. For a fun presentation, you can arrange the truffles on a platter or in a decorative box. You can also add different extracts to the truffle mixture for extra flavor. Almond extract or even peppermint extract would all be delicious. If you don't have a baking sheet, you can use a plate or a cutting board lined with parchment paper. For a more intense flavor, you can toast the cookie crumbs before mixing them with the cream cheese. You can also add a pinch of salt to the truffle mixture to enhance the flavors. Finally, don't be afraid to get creative with your decorations. Use different colors of sprinkles, edible glitter, or even candy melts to create unique and festive truffles. Our sugar cookie truffles are complete. These are so easy and fun to make, and they're the perfect treat to share with friends and family during the holidays. And there you have it, 3 easy and festive Christmas desserts. These are perfect for holiday parties or gifting to friends and family. I hope you enjoyed making these simple yet delicious desserts. They're a great way to spread some holiday cheer without spending hours in the kitchen. Remember, baking should be fun and enjoyable, so don't be afraid to experiment and get creative with your desserts. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more easy holiday recipes. Let me know in the comments which dessert you're most excited to try. Merry Christmas and happy baking!